Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. Let's begin with the warm-up. 3 rounds through 12 calories of your choice, row, bike, or ski. And then I'd like for you to get a Spider-Man stretch plus a vertical reach. So step way out, super long lunge, let the back leg just kind of drape to the floor. Like they say, paint your shoelaces to the floor. Reach all the way down, try and get that elbow to the floor if you can. And then think both hands pushing the hips forward, vertical reach. And let's get that 4 reps on each side. When you're done with that, I'm sorry, 5 reps on each side. When you're done with that, we're doing kips. So for the kips, we want to be thinking that shoulder blade motion that wraps around the rib cage, right? So the shoulder blade can move in all 3 directions, yeah. It can go up, down, left, right, it can go diagonal, it can move all kinds of wonderful ways to help position that socket for your upper arm to be the most optimal position for whatever activity it is you're doing. When we're hanging, we want to have those shoulder blades set in place so that the arm can move naturally throughout its full range of motion and that our shoulder blade is nice and stable, right? So the kips will help with that. They teach you the right position and how to move that shoulder blade around. Last one is a single leg deadlift with a forward reach. I like to do this with the PVC pipe. You can do it with just a regular, just your hands if you'd like to, but bring that front one leg up, kick it straight out behind you while you are reaching forward with the goal of achieving a flat, like tabletop between the thumbs and the heel, right? So I want to be as stretched out as I possibly can be in that position, right? 5 reps on each side, and we're going through that whole sequence 3 times. When you get done, we should be close to set up for pull-ups. You know where your kip is at. If you're doing your kips in the warm-up, you can go ahead and set up your pull-up while we're doing it. But we are doing strict pull-ups today. It's going to be a 16-minute AMRAP, so not too long. And because we're introducing some static holds, some strict movements, we're gonna slow the pace down a little bit on this one. So strict pull-ups, right? So no kipping. You can use an underhand grip if you would like to get all the way down and all the way up. An overhand grip is fine too, and I actually recommend you switch it up. Use a little bit of each because it changes how the movement affects your grip muscles, your shoulder muscles, your arm muscles. And we like to say, like, I try to be ready for anything. If I have to grab an underhand, I know I'm gonna be able to pull up on top of it because I've practiced all those different styles of grips when we're doing pull-ups. Okay, the next one is an L hang. If possible, it'd be sweet if you could do all 6 pull-ups and then go right into your L hang right after that. But 20 seconds, trying to get as close to that L position as you can. Remember, you can bend one leg at a time to hold yourself in position or bend both legs, but try to keep the knees up higher than the hips and the shoulders set in that good retracted position when you're doing it. And then lastly is we're doing 80-foot bear crawl. So down and back bear crawl. And again, we're not going for super high speed today. This is more of a quality AMRAP, but it should still accumulate a significant volume of those reps and those positions to be very effective for you today, all right? When we're done with that, we have a shorter EMOM skill component. So this is taking it down a notch in the intensity range, and we're just rotating through these 3 exercises on a minute-by-minute basis for skill. So I'll give you some time. Set up your lunge squat station somewhere in that like 35 to 45% of your 1 rep max back squat. And what we want to do on this is a static position for our lunge, but we're performing the same movement to the lunge. So we're gonna stand the bar up, take a big step back, get into our stance. So this is our split stance, and we're going down, contact the knee to the ground, up and squeeze. Down, contact the knee to the ground, up and squeeze. When I finish 6 reps, then I switch legs, so I'm not switching every rep. Down, up and squeeze, down every time, tapping the knee in control, up and squeezing the legs. When I'm done with 6 and 6, rack the bar. That one, getting all 6 of those done in a minute will be a challenge, it will be a hustle. So make sure you're watching the clock and trying to keep up with the interval. So sometimes it literally just means you have to move faster. You have to move faster. If you're missing the interval, it's not because there's anything wrong with you or the weight's too heavy or the movements is too many reps. It's just that you need to move faster. And that's okay, right? For you to hustle a little bit during this skill EMOM. Next one is bear crawl head tap. So this is a twist on the bear crawl that we just did in the other component. So we're gonna take a step, and then I want you to bend both elbows and try to tap your head. Take a step, bend both elbows, try to tap your head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so your shoulders should be nice and toasty by the time you get done with that. The next one is going to be a Pallof hold. So this one will be 20 seconds on each side. Medium bands like this black one are usually effective for this because they allow you to get into a good position with a medium amount of resistance. If you have the bands that are too light, you really won't feel anything. If you have the bands that are too heavy or that are heavier, then a lot of times there's a very narrow window of resistance or position that allows you to feel the right resistance. These medium ones, they have a lot of leeway. So I can be out here and I can hold it, but I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too much. I can be in here and there's a little slack on it, not enough. So I've got a nice wide range of positions that I can use to hold this thing in that allow me to feel that good position, right? The most important part there is this, the band is pulling 90 degrees away from my hands, okay? So what you don't wanna do is have the band be like behind you where it's kind of in line with my forearm or pointed backwards, right? If you're in this position, I want you to rotate out until the band is pulling at 90 degrees from this imaginary line that projects out from your chest or approximately from where your hands are, right? And that is it for today. Hope you guys had a great one, and I'll see you on Thursday.